Good morning, vinyl community. It's Phil from Destination Vinyl. This is going to be my third entry into my logging my vinyl collection. The reason I'm doing this is because I entered it all on Discogs, and going through it I figured out that I'd missed a whole bunch. So I'm going through it album by album again, and going to replay these later and watch them and go through my Discogs and figure out what I've missed. I went through it last night after my first two episodes and already found about 7 or 8 that I had missed. I don't know how that happened. But this morning I started to go through the next box, and I already found one that was misappropriated, and that's Dock and Tooth and Nail. I don't know how that wound up under E's, but that's where it was, so that was going to be put away in its proper place. This is why I'm doing this, to catch my own mistakes. So, I think I left off yesterday at D.O. Okay, so DR.HOOK. The Medicine Show, Best of. Donovan, Greatest Hits. That's good old music. Donovan was really cool. The Doobies, Captain and Me. That's a nice copy of that one. I was lucky to find that. Best of the Doobies. Really, other than the Captain and Me, that's all I really need of their old stuff. I don't need to have all the individual albums. And Cycles, when they came out with one later on in their career. There were a couple of good hits on that. The Doors, one of my favorite bands. The new pressing 180 gram of their original debut album, along with Boston, probably the best debut albums of all time, in my opinion. Strange Days, or People Are Strange. Stranger Days, I'm sorry, the song was People Are Strange. And I've got Soft Parade. That's an old beat up copy. I'm looking for an upgrade on that. But I love that album. Morrison Hotel. And I flip-flop when I listen to these albums, which one my favorite is either the debut or this one, LA Woman. So that could change any day. Doors' Greatest Hits, that came out in the 80s. What a bad compilation. This is really cool. Live She Cried got a fantastic version of Gloria on that. The Them song that they used for a sound check. Gonna get in a couple of local bands here. Doucette, Jerry Doucette, local musician. This is his second album. The Deuce is Loose. Another local band, Doug and the Slugs. This is Cognac and Bologna. Rapid. They were a pretty cool duo. Doug Bennett himself was pretty, depending on his moves, a pretty foul-mouthed guy in concert. I went once and didn't like it and left halfway through. Tomcat Prowl. That's a really good album. And since I have the albums, I didn't really want this one, but I found this in a dollar bin, and it was a really cool cover. So I like airplanes, and this is their Greatest Hits 10 Big Ones. Guys in the back. Actually, I know most of the guys in the band now. They go to a Legion that a buddy of mine belongs to, and I see them all there. They said, if you ever bring an album in, once COVID's done, we can open up again. You can bring an album in, we'll all sign it. Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited. And I've got a copy of Nashville Skyline, but no jacket. The jacket had severe water damage on it when I bought this. The vinyl survived. I got it for free, but the guy had no jacket on it. It was a yard sale. I think I bought that. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I don't need every single album from Bob Dylan. And we get into the E's. Eagles, first release. This is a, a reissue. Desperado, that's a first pressing. That's a nice album. On the Border, my early favorite of theirs. I love that album. I like that one. One of These Nights. Of course, everybody I think has their Greatest Hits album. This one is my original copy, first release. It's a little bit of spine damage, showing it's a bit of wear and tear, but the vinyl is fine. Hotel California, that's my original first pressing copy of that. That is in absolute mint condition. The long run, of course, most of these, I bought these brand new and they came out first releases, so almost all the first releases. Long run, Eagles Live, and Long Road Out of Eden. I have not got on vinyl a copy of Hell Freezes Over. I would like to find that, but it's not, they're not asking $50–$60 for the thing. It's just too much. Steve Earle, Copper Road. If all you know from him is the radio hit Copperhead Road, play this album. The whole album is really good. I got a little ELO, New World Record, and Very Best Of. That's a great compilation that just came out a year or so ago. Out of the Blue, which is Out of Order. Oh, and one I missed out of my to be played, because I only just picked this up, was Duran Duran Rio. I've been looking for that for a long time and found it. I think I showed that in my yesterday's one, but it's out of order. I only just put it back in order. Yvonne Elliman, Night Flight. And I don't really care for this album that much. I just bought it for the single, If I Can't Have You. New Age artist, Enya, Watermark. This is a really good, easy listening album. Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine, Let It Loose. Not a bad album at all. I love her voice. I don't know whatever happened to her. So she just stopped recording one day, or just stopped hearing about it. The next few. Oh, another Gloria Estefan. Cuts Both Ways. I know I missed that one. Okay, that was going to be put on Discogs too. I didn't find that one. The Nightfly, one of my favorite albums. Really cool thing to listen to if you're just in the mood to sit there back and relax. The Firm. That's a cool one. Canadian band Fist, Fleet Street. Yeah, it's okay. It's a hard rock album. It's okay. It's not really my taste, that one. The Fixed React. It says they've hit Red Skies and Stand or Fall, Saved by Zero, Are We Ourselves. That's a good album. I should play that one more often. And the last little bit for this box is Fleetwood Mac, Mystery to Me. This is a really nice copy of that. I guess you would call this a debut album, in which case I would rank it up with Boston and the Doors, since it's really a new band lineup. Is Fleetwood Mac. The first one was Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. I guess you could arguably call that a debut album. If so, it's right up there with those. It's a great debut album. And then, of course, Rumors, my original copy of that first pressing. It's showing a little wear and tear. I've played that a lot. That's a great album, of course. Fleetwood Mac Live. This is a really good one. And, yeah, that was, I think it was off a TV special they did. Canadian band FM, Black Noise. I bought this on a recommendation a while back, and I don't really care for it. That may not survive the next purge. Dan Fogelberg, The Innocent Age. This is a really good album, if anyone remembers that one. John Fogerty, Center Field. And, oh yeah, this is how I missed them. They're out of order. Eye of the Zombie. Oh, I almost forgot. Out of my to be played section. I'll get to those in a minute when I finish these. Lita Ford. This is self-titled. No, it's just called Lita. And Out for Blood. Anyone who likes Joan Jett would like Lita Ford. Supposed to see her with, she was fronting Alice Cooper. So this concert was supposed to come through here last year and never did because of frickin' COVID. Now it's, they extended it for a year, now it's just been cancelled. And this is Dancing on the Edge, another great rocker from her. And Stiletto, my last one of my Lita Fords. Yeah, I've never seen either of them live, Alice Cooper or Lita Ford. I was really looking forward to that. Now it's not going to happen. And Four Tops, great songs and performances. And from my to be played section, we got solo ABBA Agnetha Faltskog, which had Can't Shake Loose was a hit. Can't think what else was, but I seem to feel I've heard that before. I think it's a pretty good album. Local band 5440. Another Firm album, Mean Business. This is John Fogerty, self-titled. And Grand Funk Live. This is a really beat-up copy. I bought at Ashes at a record show a few years ago for $5. It's got all sorts of cracks and pops and all other sorts of noises on it. I would love to find another copy of that. Okay, so continuing on with the F's. I hope to get into the H's in this video today. I'm almost through the F's. Of course, everyone has this. Frampton Comes Alive. It's got a bit of ring wear on it. It's my original copy. It's showing a little bit of wear and tear, but damn good album. Glenn Frey solo, No Fun Allowed. That was his first. He sounded so rejuvenated doing that album after being with the Eagles all those years. Another one, Soul Searching. This is sealed. I really want to play it. I don't know that there's any real value to it, so I'm probably going to open that and play it. That's from my to be played box. See, that was out of order too. This is how I'm catching all these things. And the All-Nighter. Okay, which brings us to the letter G. Kenny G, Duotones. Yeah, I don't mind a little Kenny G. It's a good background album when you're having people over. My only Genesis album, Duke. And the only reason I bought this was for the single Turn It On Again and Misunderstanding. I'm not really a big Genesis fan. I'm just one of those big bands that I don't get. I just do not get it. I don't see the attraction myself. My opinion. Best of Jerry and the Pacemakers. Pink Floyd solo, David Gilmour's first release. And then About Face. I think that was David Gilmour's first release. It's self-titled. British all-girl band. Real good rockers. Hit and Run. Girl School. This is one of my favorite albums. I love that. And Play Dirty. And Screaming Blue Murder. And I don't know. I hold with a couple of guys that I've seen on videos with Pete Pardo and his Hudson Valley Square series, is that you don't put the band members on the front cover of the album. Put them on the back. Maybe for your debut album, but after that, use some art. Take a bite. I don't need to see the band members every time. I want to see something a bit more creative than that. My one Go-Go's album, Vacation. Really nice copy of that. Not really a huge fan, but it's an interesting cover, and I do like a couple of their songs. What's the classic Golden Earring, Moon Tan? This is fantastic. Front to back, that is an excellent album. Again, one of my favorites. Excuse me. Cut. This is the Gollywogs, Pre-Creedence. This is John Fogerty and the gang before they became Creedence Clearwater Revival. Bad album. It's okay. Grand Funk Hits, the greatest hits album. This is One of my favorite greatest hits album, great compilation. Oh, Rock Down to Electric Avenue, right. Eddie Grant, Killer on the Rampage. Not my great album in my opinion, but I do love that song. Grateful Dead, American Beauty. This is my favorite of theirs, Working Man's Dead. Skeleton from the Closet, Best Off. It was just such cool art. It's cool art on their cover, these guys. Shakedown Street. And Dead Set double live album. San Francisco and New York on the reverse. Cool art on their covers. Okay. We are almost to the end of the G's already. I don't have a lot of G's. Oh, it's my favorite new band. Greta Van Fleet. This is their initial debut. This is their EP. I haven't even opened this yet. Man, I love those guys. They got a new album coming out. It's released this Friday, the 16th or 15th? 16th? Oh, I'm going to be first at the record store to get it. I love these guys. And I've already heard a couple of songs from the new release. Fantastic stuff. From the Fires, which was their first full album. I've opened that one and played it because all the stuff from the EP is on there, so I don't bother opening the EP. Anthem of the Peaceful Army, their second full album. Another great one. If you haven't heard these guys, give them a chance. Just go on YouTube and check them out. Man, they're excellent. Guess Who, good old Canadian band. Share the Land, classic album. So Long Bannatyne. Canned Wheat. Wheatfield Soul. You can tell they're a prairie band. Of course, American Woman. Old Flavors. Road Food. As you can tell, I like the Guess Who. And Live at the Paramount. That's a good live album. This is another one of those ones that you wish had been a double album. And Greatest Of. The artwork on this. Two more in G's. Of course, I got Appetite for Destruction, GNR, Guns N' Roses. And ARLO GUTHI, Alice's Restaurant. That cover. This is my. This is a first pressing. It's really showing its age. But man, that is a fun song to listen to. I played that for my wife, and she said, "What the hell did I just listen to?" I got to hear that again. Canadian band, again out of Winnipeg, I believe. Harlequin, Victim of a Song. They're a really cool Canadian band. Love Crimes. And One False Move. I think she's already made that move. And probably my favorite box set, my favorite Beatles solo work. George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. This is my got original pressing. It's just awesome album set. The box is, yeah, I've had to tape the box in the corners. It's showing its wear and tear. They try to find an upgrade on the box. Anyway, the album vinyl's in perfect condition. George Harrison solo, Somewhere in England. Not a bad album, I suppose. Cloud 9, a much better effort. That's it for my George solos. 3 from local band, hard rock band, Headpins, Turn It Loud, one of my favorites. Bernard, I sent you one of these if you're watching. I hope you played that. She still tours. She's now with, just calling it the Darby Mills Project. That's the lead singer. She still has the pipes. Line of Fire and Head Over Heels. These guys look like rockers because they are. Let's see, and then from my to be played, I've got Hawkwind, Blood of the Earth. It's the only Hawkwind album I got. They're really hard to find. Pete Pardo and Sea of Tranquility is really, really high on these guys. And I thought, well, I'm going to give it a shot. I haven't played it yet, but I will get around to it. Now I got my speakers fixed and back from my friend the speaker hospital. I can start catching up on my to be played box. Canadian as well, Jeff Healey, See the Light. Anyone knows of the movie Roadhouse? That's where that's from. Heart's debut, Dreamboat Annie. This is a really nice condition. Gatefold, really good condition that was in. Heart, Little Queen. And again, all of these are original pressings, because I bought them all new, I think, or reasonably new. Magazine. Dog and Butterfly. Fabulous Strange. This one is Bad Animals. And I think this is just a later get-together, or a self-titled one. Another hard rock Canadian band, Helix. No Rest for the Wicked. It's a great cover and a great album. If you don't know Helix, check them out. Long Way to Heaven and Walking the Razor's Edge. And one more in my to be played that I just picked up recently. I haven't had a chance to play yet. Was Wild in the Streets. So that goes back in my to be played box. And that leaves us at what? 22 minutes. Oh, that's not a bad one at all. I actually did okay today without boring you for half an hour. So I just bored you for 22 minutes. And I can already see a few in here that I know I've missed categorizing in Discog, so it's paying off. So I'm going to take a break and write down the ones that I go to that I know of. Actually, I wonder, just go through the videos and write them all down all at once, because I'm going to have a big list. I know there's at least 10 or 12 now. So I'll sign off and I'll come back with the rest of H's through to, let's see if I can get to L today in another video. Thank you, see you later.